Hey guys, what's going on? Ryan Knows Tech here from techinform.us. First things first, happy Friday. Second things second, let's move on. We're going to talk about is it time to upgrade your iPod Touch? I've had a couple people come to me really in regards to yesterday's video about September 1st, new iPods, the iPod event out in California that Apple will be holding. And people have asked me, is it time to upgrade my iPod Touch if I have a blank? So we're going to go through all the possibilities of iPod touches that you can have, and in my opinion, if it's time to get the next iPod Touch. Of course, depending on what they do, but is it time yet? Are you due for an upgrade? So if you have a first generation iPod Touch, I would have said you're due for an upgrade by the third generation. I think you're really good to keep one through, of course, its generation's life and really that of the next generation following it. So the first gen, it's pretty slow. It doesn't have a speaker. It's just really slow and old and pretty thick too. And it doesn't have Bluetooth and niceties like that. So if you have one of those and it's within your budget constraints to upgrade, I definitely highly recommend it. Even if you can't get an iPhone or a iPod Touch 4, get the 3G. It's a really nice device too. If you have a second generation, not as bad as upgrading from a first generation, but I highly recommend going to the fourth generation at this point. The second generation, including the quote-unquote third generation 8 gig. It is not a third gen, guys. Run iOS 4 on it. You're not going to get multitasking. You're not going to get backgrounds and a multitude of other features that makes iOS 4 as awesome as it is. So if you have a second gen, upgrade, I would say, if you can. If you have a third gen, this is really where it becomes optional. The third gen's pretty quick, pretty snappy. I think it's safe to say that. It's definitely up-to-date, fresh, compatible, has a speaker, has Bluetooth, display looks decent, and it runs iOS 4, as far as I know, to its entire extent. Now, the iPod Touch 4 may do some things that puts the third gen to shame, but maybe it's possible you just bought your third gen a week ago, in which case I would highly recommend taking it back, getting your money back, and waiting for the fourth gen. So if you have a third, it's really the ball's in your court. Make a call. If it were up to me, I would probably go out and get the latest device. That's what I do. That's what I like. It's important to me to have really the latest and the greatest so I can get what I need to do done in the best way possible using as less time as possible. So iPod Touch, awesome device. The iPod Touch 4, it's not a rumors video, but it's supposed to have a camera. I would expect a Retina display, new case, faster, better battery life, everything we expect to see with new upgrades and updates. Yeah, pretty much that finishes the video. I will make a video on September 1st. We'll go over all the updates, everything that's been done. It'll be exciting. So until then, I recommend upgrading your iPod Touch if you have a first or second gen. And I really recommend upgrading it if you have a third, if you use it a lot. If you really just use it occasionally to play games or simple things like music, then you're really not going to see that big of a difference. But if you use it as much as I do, as a computer, as a music player, as a photo viewer, and everything as much as I do, if you use it to its full extent, you're probably going to benefit from this fourth generation device. Of course, depending on what it adds up to be and what it's for. So thanks for watching the video. I say it at the end of every one, but sincerely, check it out, techinform.us. It's our website. We put a lot of time and money into this, and Safari has actually been having problems loading it today. Need to clear my cache. But become a writer. If you're good at writing, you think you have what it takes to write posts relatively often, be sure you at least look at it and see all the posts we have on the site right now, www.techinform.us. My Twitter, twitter.com/JamesRSchultz for exclusive information, as I like to say. And then our live web show is every Tuesday night between 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you there or in Monday's video. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye-bye.